No, it ain't complete yet. Let me see. Yeah, this one's finished. He says as he begins reading from another scrap of paper as the lights fade to a soft amber. A bass jazz theme creeps in. John is spotlighted. Lord, I don't feel nowadays tired. I don't feel no ways tired. And my soul seeks not to be flabby. Peace is a muscleless word, a vacuum, a hole in space, an assless anesthesia, a shadowy phantom, never settling anyway, even in sleep. In my dreams I struggle, slash and crash and cry. Damn you, you wilderness. I will cut my way through. And the wilderness shouts back, go around me. And I answer, hell no. The joke's on both of us, and I will have the last laugh. The wilderness sighs and grows stronger as I too round out my biceps in this ageless, endless duel. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I want a muscle-bound spirit. I say I want a muscle-bound soul because, Lord, I don't feel no ways tired. I feel like dancing through the valley of the shadow of death. Lord, I don't feel no ways tired. Beautiful. The bass fades. Dudley takes a sheet of paper. This is a blank sheet of paper. John, I made it up as I went along. Hell, I'll write it down for you. Holds out his hand insistently for the money. Dudley counts it out. The doorbell rings suddenly and Maddie's voice is heard. Mama, John. John takes the money eagerly, stuffs it in his pocket, then starts for the door. En route, he stops suddenly, looks at Ann as if in a dilemma, and thinks quickly, then crosses to Ann and whispers urgently, Look, Ann, if my wife thinks for 1 minute that you're trying to get Jeff hooked, she and her crazy mama will reduce the whole thing to ashes. Tell him you're just passing through. You and Jeff were friends up there in Canada. Just friends, see? Gradually, you've got to ease in gradually. They think Jeff fell off a Christmas tree or something. No one's good enough for Jeff, not even Jeff. John, act like a good-natured sleep-in. And a sleep-in? A maid. Will someone please open the door? I can't get to my key. Grandma, at the top of the stairs, she is slightly intoxicated. I'm coming, daughter, I'm coming. Starts humming Rock of Ages as she descends down the stairs. Also, yeah, I'm reading the River Niger. If you fuck with it, you fuck with the reading. Check out the YouTube channel, man. We reading on there, all that. Yeah, man, let's get back to it. John to Ann. Now remember, opens the door. Hello, Maddie. Maddie, the groceries. Help me with the groceries. Ann, let me give you a hand, Mrs. Williams. Dudley gestures to Ann approvingly. Maddie takes off her coat, kicks off her shoes, and settles in an easy chair while Ann and John take the groceries to the kitchen. Maddie, who's that young lady? Dudley, a friend of the family. Grandma, how you feeling, daughter? Look a bit peaked to me. Maddie, not too well, Mama. Almost fainted on the subway. Was all I could do to get the groceries. John coming back. Just need a little soda water, that's all. Maddie, that's what you always say. Something is wrong with me, John. I don't know what, but something's wrong. Dudley, tomorrow's Saturday. Why don't you come into my office around 11 and let me take a look at you? No thanks, Dudley. You always manage to scare a person half to death. Have you ever heard of a doctor who ain't got no bedside manner at all, Mama? She says as she laughs. Well, what do you want? The truth or somebody to hold your hand? Both, fool. Mama. Well, he is a fool. Well, I guess that's my cue to go home. I'll be damned. Mrs. Wilhelmina Brown is going to apologize over my dead husband's grave. Mama, you must not feel yourself. I don't, child, I don't. Planned to have your dinner ready, but I've been feeling kind of poorly here lately. That's what she always said. Come to think of it, Mama, your eyes. What about my eyes? Well, they look kind of glassy. John, he says knowingly. I wonder why, Grandma, she says on her feet. And what in the Lord's name is that supposed to mean? Maddie raising her voice. Will you stop it, all of you? Grandma to Maddie. Are you talking to me? You screaming at your mama? At everybody, Mama. My own daughter, my own flesh and blood, taking a no-good drunk's part against her own mother. I'm not taking anybody's part. I just want some peace and quiet when I come home. Now I think you owe Dr. Stanton an apology. Grandma, I'll do no such thing. Starts as she starts humming Rock of Ages. I apologize for my mother, Dudley. That's okay, Maddie. I won't go on anywhere anyway. Grandma, I got 2 more daughters and 2 manly sons. They'd love to have me. Maybe I should go live with Flora. John, good idea. Plenty of opportunity to get glassy-eyed over at Flora's. Yes, indeed. John, Maddie says, John, what are you agitating her for? Dudley, are you afraid, Maddie? To have a checkup, I mean. Maddie pauses. Stay for dinner, Dudley. Thanks, I will. Anne at the door. Would you like me to fix dinner, Mrs. Williams? Maddie, who is this child? John, Anne Vandergill. She's from South Africa. She a friend of Jeff's, just passing through. I asked her to spend the night. Grandma, where's she going to spend it? The bathroom? John, she had a little too much, that's all. Oh, no. She's going to spend it in the bathroom? Maddie, Mama, what's with you tonight? John, she had a little too much, that's all. Maddie to Anne, you welcome, dear. You can stay in Jeff's room tonight. I got it all cleaned up for him. He'll be here tomorrow, you know. Thank the Lord. Anne, yes, ma'am. It certainly will be a pleasure to see him again. Maddie looks at Anne curiously. I'll make a very good meatloaf, ma'am. I've noticed that you got all the ingredients out. I was putting the food away. Maddie, you put the food away? Anne, you seem so bushed. Maddie, what a nice thing for you to do. And you read my mind, too. Meatloaf is exactly what I was planning to fix. Yes, indeed. Such a pretty girl, too. John to Dudley. Why don't we make a little run and leave these black beauties to themselves to get acquainted? Grandma. Don't be calling me no black nothing. I ain't black. I'm a half full-blooded Cherokee Indian myself. Black folks is hewers of wood and drawers of water for their masters, says so in the scriptures. I ain't no hewer of no wood myself. I'm a Cherokee aristocrat myself. John. Go on, Grandma. Show us your true Cherokee colors. Yes, indeed. Grandma. She is obviously inebriated, sings at the top of her voice. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching on the war, with the cross of Jesus going on before. Begin shouting as if in church. I'm a soldier myself. I ain't no nigger. A soldier of the Lord. I ain't no common nigger. So don't you be calling me no black nothing, bless my Jesus. Don't know what these young folks is coming to, calling everybody black. I'm going home to see my Jesus. This little light of mine. Let it shine, oh, let it shine. Do Jesus. Shouting justice. She says in shouting gestures. Dudley. What I tell you, John, the crabs in a barrel, waiting for a hand from Canaan land to lift them out. Each one shoving and pushing, trying to be the first to go. And if Jesus was to put his hand down there, they'd probably think it belonged to just another nigga crab and pinch it off. John. Ain't that poetic? I can just read the headlines. Jesus extends his hand to bless his chosen, because we are the chosen, Dudley. And a hustling dope addict takes out his blade and cuts it off at the wrist. Dudley. For the ring on his little finger, rub-a-dub-dub, niggas in a tub. Christ extends a helping hand, and John joins in, and they deliver the end of the final line in unison. I'm gonna say it all the way. For the ring on his little finger, rub-a-dub-dub, niggas in a tub. Christ extends a helping hand and draws back a nub. Maddie, will you two please stop it? Mama, why don't you go upstairs and take a rest? Y'all about to drive me crazy. Grandma, my own daughter treats me like a child, sending me upstairs, punishing me because I got the spirit. She says as she's starting for the stairs. Starts singing once again, but in a more subdued and soulful manner. I know his blood will make me whole. I know his blood will make me whole. If I just touch the hem of his garment, I know his blood will make me whole. Johnny tries to help her up the stairs. Don't need no help from nobody but Jesus. I got Minerva and Flora, and Jacob and Jordan. Fine children. Any one of them be tickle pink to have me. Tickle pink. I don't got to stay here. Maddie, Mama, go lie down for a while. Grandma, and ain't none of them black either. Christian soldiers, every last one of them. Maddie's the only black child I ever spawned. My first and my last. Thank Jesus. Grandma starts up the steps on the verge of tears. I don't have to stay here. She sings, I ain't got long to stay here. Ben Brown was black though. Looked like an eclipse, sure enough. Lord my God, hallelujah, and do Jesus. He was the ace of spades, and a man before God, he was a man. You hear me? Johnny Williams, my man was a man. Exits humming, still away. Maddie says to Ann, she gets like this every now and then. John, more like every other night. Maddie, we have a guest, John. John, come on, Dudley, let's make a run. Maddie, hold on, Johnny Williams, where is it? John, where's what? Maddie, don't play games, John. This is rent week, remember? Now give it to me. Dudley, all right, great African warrior, do your stuff. Mind your business. Maddie, John, I don't feel well. Now, do we have to play your games tonight? Now give it to me. John counts out the money and gives it to her. She counts it rapidly. It's $10 short, John. John, come on, Maddie. I got to have train fare and cigarettes for the next 2 weeks. Maddie, stop playing, Johnny. You know if I don't keep it for you, you'll drink it up all at once. Come on now. He gives her the 10. John, look, let me have 5 at least. That's more than enough for the rent. Pause. He pauses. Good God, woman, Jeff will be here tomorrow. Dudley and I just want to do a little celebrating. 5, woman, hell. Maddie, promise you won't be out late. We got a lot of getting ready to do tomorrow morning. John, I got this chick, see, 16 years old, and she is warm as gingerbread in the wintertime. We're going to lay up all night. Maddie, we have a young lady here, Johnny. John, Jeff will be here by noon. Now let's see. My little mama just let me out of that saddle by noon. Yes, indeed, she just might. Maddie, John, but if I'm not back in time, Jeff will understand. Ain't too often a man my age gets himself into some young and tender oven-ready 16-year-old stuff what can shake her some tail feathers and shake like the leaves in March. She hands him the 5. Get out of here, Johnny Williams. Now, Dudley. Whew, what a warrior. Have mercy. You sure do win your battles, man. John, oh, shut up. Why fight when you know you're wrong? Let's go. Maddie, Dudley, don't let him overdo it. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. John gets their coats from the hallway. I'll do my best, Maddie. John coming back. Don't worry, this black-ass Jew ain't going to spend enough to even get a buzz. He'll watch over me just like an old mongrel hound dog I used to own. Damn dog stayed sober all the time. Wouldn't even drink beer. He was the squarest, most unhip dog in the world. Come on, monkey chaser, let me tell you about that dog. Named him Shylock. Dudley, niggas invented name calling. Mouth, that's all they are. Mouth. Good night, ladies. And I see you tomorrow. John, come on, sicklehead. See ya, Ann. Dudley, I'm coming. Oh, great African warrior. Maddie, well, Ann, now you met the whole family. I hope Johnny's cussing don't bother you too much. Ann, no, ma'am, I think he's delightful. He and Dr. Stanton, my father had a friend just like him, always attacking each other, something terrible. Maddie, sometimes they get to going at each other so hard you think they're going to come to blows. But when they put my father in prison for what? They accused him of printing these pamphlets which criticize the government. Lord, you can't criticize the government over there. No, ma'am. Anyway, just after my father was jailed, his friend just pined away. God, those 2 men loved each other. Men can really love each other. And the funny thing about it is, don't nobody really know it but them. Women don't seem to be able to get along with each other that way. I mean, that deep loving way. You know what I mean, Miss Williams? Of course I do. It's all because women don't trust one another. Your father, he's still in prison. Yes, ma'am, this is going on his 9th year. 9 years in prison, my God. How does your mother take it? The bass melancholy enters. Quietly. Mom takes everything quietly. Dad turned himself in to protect my 2 brothers. They were the ones operating the press. Dad was just as surprised as the rest of us when the police found the setup in an old chest of drawers in the attic. Before anyone said a word, Dad was confessing to everything. This dirty old sergeant got mad and hit him in the stomach with his billy club. Dad had a violent temper, but when he got back on his feet, I could see it in his eyes. The decision, I mean. He turned and said, "Boss, if I said something offensive, please forgive an old black fool." And you know what the sergeant did? He hit him again. He hit him again, Miss Williams. Oh, I'm sorry, Ann. I must write your mother. She like that. She pauses and collects herself. My brothers escaped, though. Stole their whole way across the border. At first, they didn't want to go. They wanted to turn themselves in for Dad, but Mom made them go. They live in England now and have families of their own. It wasn't long before the authorities found out that Dad was really innocent. But just because my brothers got away and are free, and just to be plain mean, they kept him in prison anyway. 9 years. 9 long years. Those bastards. I despise white people, Miss Williams. Let's talk about something nicer. Tell me about Jeff. Yes, ma'am. And you, ma'am? About Jeff and you, or you and Jeff. I was a nursing in Quebec when they brought him into the hospital. He had a fractured ankle skin. Every time it started paining him, he'd laugh. He's such a fool. Said his dad taught him to do that. The second night there was some minor complications, and he was in so much pain that the doctor started ordering me to give him a shot of morphine. Then he got to talking, very dreamily at first, like he was drifting in a beautiful haze. He told me all about you and Mr. Williams and Grandma Wilhelmina Brown, and Dr. Stanton. I almost lost my job. I kept hanging around his room so much, listening to one episode after another. And that's when you started loving him after death. But, yes, ma'am. That boy sure can talk up a storm. He'll make a fine lawyer, don't you think so? I won't get in his way, Miss Williams. No, I don't think he will. Well, let's just see if we can trust each other good enough to make that meatloaf. Why don't you chop the onions while I do the celery? Oh, no, ma'am. This one's on me. I'm very particular, you know. I know you are. Jeff told me a lot about how good your cooking is. Maddie, happy to hear. That boy sure can eat. Lord, today. Well, all right, Ann. Let me go on up and get myself comfortable, and I'll be right back. She sees the jewelry box on the table and opens it up and takes out a card. What's this? She reads the card. Big-legged woman, keep your dress tail down. Big-legged woman, keep your dress tail down, because you got something under. Go on, Miss Williams. Lord, child, that man of mine. Read it, please, ma'am. Big-legged woman, keep your dress tail down, because you got something under there that's to make a bulldog hug a ground. Big-legged woman, keep your dress tail down, because you got something under there to make a bulldog hug a hound. They laugh. Tomorrow's our anniversary, you know. Congratulations. He made this. Can do anything with his hands or with his head, for that matter, when it ain't filled up on rock gut. He's killing himself drinking. I guess I'm to blame. Oh, you don't mean that, Miss Williams. It's true. But he seems so full of life. Is it life he's full of or something else? She says as she exits up the steps and busies herself about the kitchen, and then there's a knock on the front door. And we'll pause right there.